Hello everyone, welcome to Lecture 3 of ISC2 Certified in Cybersecurity Examination. Lecture 3 includes Authorization. Introduction to Authorization. Authorization means determining what resources a user is allowed to access based on their identity and credentials. Importance of Authorization. FBI and Homeland Security databases are an example where we will be finding how we can use authorization in our daily life. FBI database contains 52 million facial images. Homeland Security adding iris scan around 170 million fingerprints are also included there. Future compromises could have severe ramifications. Slide 3. Access control models. There are four types of access control models. These are DAC, Discretionary Access Control, MSC, Mandatory Access Control, RBAC, Role-Based Access Control, and ABAC, Attribute-Based Access Control. Least privilege and need to know. What is least privilege? Least privilege means minimum necessary access for users or systems. What is need to know? Access only if required for the task. DAC, Discretionary Access Control. Access assigned by the object owner, commonly used by most operating systems, uses discretionary ACLs based on user identity. These are the control which only when the user who has the right to access the information can only access the information and no other than that particular user can access the data. MAC, Mandatory Access Control. Features: access based on labels and clearance, used in environments where confidentiality is crucial. Labels are detailed, example, top secret, nuclear. Mandatory access control includes labels and clearance on top of the data on which the access is to be restricted or controlled. It is used in environments where confidentiality is a crucial factor. RBAC, Role-Based Access Control. Features of RBAC: roles define permission. In Linux systems, we often come across the sudo user and a normal user. These are role-based access control. Sudo is the highest privilege in a Linux operating system. A sudo user can access every user's file structure and other details or data present in the system. But that is not true for all the users. So, users assigned to roles simplifying large-scale management. RBAC enforces separation of duties and prevents privilege creep. ABAC, Attribute-Based Access Control. Features of ABAC: access based on subject, object, and environmental conditions. Attributes include user role, object owner, time, and location. This type of access-based control measure are increasingly adopted by large enterprises. They can set a particular duration where a particular piece of data can be accessed. It can be at a particular date, at a particular time, by a particular user at a particular location. Context-based access control. The features of CBAC: controls access based on contextual parameters like location, time, and access history. Examples of some CBAC are CAPTCHA, MAC address filtering, firewall packet analysis. Features of content-based access control. Access determined by the attributes or content of an object. Example: application menus, database views, access to confidential information, etc. This type of access-based control, the access is determined by what type of content the person is having the access to. If the person is of a security perspective, then he will gain access to the data where security is the main important feature. A person who is dealing with financial data will be authorized with the financial data of the organization. Accountability and auditing. Purpose of accountability and auditing. Traces actions to a user's identity, ensuring non-repudiation. Uses audit trails and logs. Group or shared accounts are discouraged for accountability. Non-repudiation and privacy. What is non-repudiation? Non-repudiation means users cannot deny their actions. Non-repudiation relies on authentication and integrity. Privacy. Privacy is a fundamental human right. Safeguarding personal data is crucial. Subject and object in access control. Subject. Active entity that manipulates objects. It can be user or a program. Object. Object is the passive data, physical or digital, manipulated by the subjects. Entities can switch roles depending on the context.